What if one calm conversation could stop a war, save innocent lives, and change your future forever? This is the story of Abigail, the woman whose wisdom stopped a king from making a deadly mistake. Have you ever been caught in the middle of someone else's bad decision? Maybe it was a family member, maybe a coworker, maybe someone whose pride was about to cause serious damage. Abigail's story is exactly that kind of moment when one person's foolishness almost destroyed everything. But one woman's courage and wisdom stepped in at just the right time. Her story is found in 1 Samuel 25, and even if you've never heard it before, you'll see why it still speaks to us today. Abigail was married to a wealthy man named Nabal. The Bible describes Nabal as rich. He had thousands of sheep and goats. But it also describes him as harsh, rude, and foolish. Abigail, on the other hand, is described very differently. Scripture says she was intelligent and beautiful, but her real beauty was her character, her wisdom, humility, and courage. So when sheep shearing season came, a time of celebration and feasting, David sent messengers to Nabal. He politely asked for food and supplies in return for the protection they had given. It wasn't a demand, it was a respectful request. But Nabal responded with arrogance. He insulted David. He mocked him. He basically said, "Who is this David? Why should I give him anything?" And when David heard this, he was furious. At this time in Israel, David, the same David who would one day become king, was not yet on the throne. He was running from King Saul and living in the wilderness with his men while they were out there. David and his men protected shepherds and flocks from raiders. One of the flocks they protected belonged to Nabal. One of Nabal's servants ran to Abigail and told her what had happened. He explained how David's men had actually been kind and protective, how they had done no harm, and now David was coming to wipe them out because of Nabal's pride. Abigail had a choice. She could stay silent, she could blame her husband, she could panic. Instead, she acted quickly. Without even telling Nabal, she gathered bread, wine, sheep, grain, raisins, and figs, a generous peace offering. And then she rode out to meet David herself. David told his men, "Strap on your swords." 400 men prepared to march to Nabal's house. David had been patient, for a long time running from Saul, hiding in caves, living under pressure. And now this disrespect felt like the final straw. He decided he would destroy every male in Nabal's household before morning. This wasn't just anger, this was revenge. But here's where everything changes. Imagine the scene: 400 angry soldiers marching forward and one woman riding toward them. When Abigail saw David, she didn't argue. She didn't defend Nabal's behavior. She didn't attack. She humbled herself. She bowed down and said something powerful. She acknowledged that her husband had acted foolishly. She took responsibility for bringing the gift, and then she spoke directly to David's heart. She reminded him of who he was. She said, in essence, "You are chosen by God. You are meant to lead. Don't let anger cause you to shed innocent blood. Don't let revenge stain your future." Think about that. David was about to become king, but in this moment, he was acting like any angry man ready to lash out. Abigail wasn't just saving her household, she was protecting David's destiny. And David stopped. He listened. He realized she was right. He praised her wisdom and thanked God for sending her. He said, "You have kept me from bloodshed today." One conversation changed everything. Abigail returned home. Nabal was drunk and celebrating, unaware of how close he had come to disaster. The next morning, when Abigail told him what happened, the shock was so great that his heart failed him. About 10 days later, he died. When David heard the news, he recognized something important. Abigail had saved him from guilt and regret. Later, David asked Abigail to become his wife. The woman who stepped into chaos with wisdom and courage became the wife of a future king. But notice something: Abigail didn't act wisely because she wanted a reward. She acted wisely because it was right.